everyone, this is my first math video ever, and today I thought I'd show you a pretty simple equation, which is how to find the break-even point. And break-even points are pretty useful piece of information, so if you know how to do it, it will help you at one point or another in your life, even if you're not thinking of going into business, whether you are, running a lemonade stand or fundraising or whatever. A break-even point is used to find out at what point in your selling process you have earned the same amount in dollars, or any currency for that matter, as the amount that you put into the business or whatever you were selling. So let's say we have a company that wants to find the cost, or C, to produce X amount of items, which in this case we have 10,025 plus 1.09x. So that is the cost for this specific company. And their revenue is 6.42x. Okay. So basically, when you're given a problem like this in a math class, typically, it'll already be given to you in this format. So you will have an equation equal to C, which will be your cost portion of the equation, and then you will have, an equation equal to R, which will be the revenue portion. And basically, each side has an X, which you can see it's the same variable, so it's pretty simple to solve. But what you want to remember in this entire situation is that cost is equal to revenue, okay, at the break-even point. Always, always, always remember that if you are at your break-even point, your cost must equal your revenue. So, what does this tell us about how we are going to solve this? Basically, if your C must equal your R, and this is your C equation, and this is your R equation, you must, to find the break-even point, set these equations equal to each other. So you can forget about the C and the R here, because these were just used to label the equation, kind of. And you can just set both of these equal to each other. So you have 10,025 plus 1.09x is equal to 6.42x. So now if you solve this equation, you can find your break-even point very easily. And here what you want to do is just solve it like a regular equation. So subtract 1.09x from each side. Okay. And these are going to cancel out because, it was the same number, except one is positive and one is negative, and when you're adding or subtracting, they would cancel out, right? So then you have left on this side 10,025, and then on this side you have 5.33x. Okay? Then to get rid of the 5.33, because you want your variable to be by itself in order for you to find the break-even point, which in this case x represents the break-even point. Okay, I'm sorry if I didn't mention that before. I don't think I did. Okay, so then you divide each side by 5.33. Okay. And again, these cancel out because you're dividing the same number by itself, and they're the same sign, and when you do that, it equals 0. So then you have x. I'm just going to bring x over to this side to make it easier to read. 10,025 divided by 5.33, which is going to give you kind of a long number, and when you round it, this is going to be $1,880.86. I think the number after the 6 was a 3, which would mean that you don't round the 6 up, and it remains a 6. And don't forget about this dollar sign right here. It's really important, because when you're solving an equation, giving an answer, and it's a word problem, you have to remember your label. And so the break-even point in this instance is a dollar amount, so you don't want to forget about your dollar sign. Disregard that. And so this is your answer. I hope this was really easy to understand. If you still have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments. And thanks for watching. Bye!